We are back, guys. As you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. Of course, it's Monday. Happy Monday. Hakeem Jordan, what's cracking lacking? What's cracking lacking? What is cracking lacking?
Living the dream.
Hey man, I'm feeling good, feeling great. Another Monday afternoon, Monday evening. So I'm ready to get it, man. Start a fresh week. So hey, June is here. So hey, it's here. So let's get it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting in June. That's how you know we almost was. We already pretty much like close, what, 6 months in now.
Yeah,
And we literally like six more months, then it's almost the New Year's again. You see how the years is going by fast,
man,
fast. That's crazy.
that shit is wild.
That is crazy, man. Not only that, but shout out to Jabbar. He said he was finally able to catch us. Shout out to you, Jabbar. I know because right now everybody's graduating from school. College pretty much is out. Almost summertime, so that shit can feel good too, man. You talking about the topic of the show. So let's go. By that being said, let's go on the neat ingredient thing. So Jordan, what's going on in the sports world? What's cracking like it? What
Hey
is
man,
going on?
what's going on, people? What's going on? We about to get it in. So we're gonna
Jordan, you freezing up. Oh, that's me freezing up.
No, that's him.
Jordan, you freezing up. I told you, I think it's restream. I'm telling you, I think it's really restream. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Sorry about that, fellas. Sorry about that, y'all. Technical difficulties. We're back. So the NBA Finals doesn't start to Thursday, so we can't talk about basketball, but we are going to talk about what has been very, very trending, and we're going to talk about the WNBA, which is Clayton Clark. So, if you guys don't know, Clayton Clark, she was a real big in college and everything. She went to back-to-back national championships, but lost. But now, she was drafted number one overall pick for the Indiana Fever and everything. And there's a lot of expectations on her back because she's like the next the female that was said female Stephen Curry and everything. But the season started a few weeks and she played a couple teams and everything. Their team, their last pick, I think they're 2-6 and everything, but they got the worst record in WNBA season. It's not just her because the team is not very good and everything, but there's been a lot of games that you can see as they feel like a lot of players that that she has played against and everything. Say they've been bullying her and pushing her around because she's a rookie. Your first season as a rookie and everything, you're gonna you gotta get adjusted into the WNBA and everything. And now she played the Chicago Skies a couple weeks ago, which Angela Reese, she was drafted I think the 7th pick for the Chicago Skies. Yes, she was drafted the 7th pick. And you guys know Andrew Reese and Kendall Carter, they went back at it back in college with LSU and Iowa and everything. And hopefully, they bring it back in the WNBA. It'll be like a Magic, Bird type of, in the women, in the WNBA and the women's thing and everything. But over this weekend, when Caitlin Clark, when she played against the Chicago Skies, she got one of the Chicago Skies players. It kind of went viral. She got pushed around. She pushed Caitlin Clark to the ground and everything. And there was footage earlier that Caitlin Clark was really, yapping at her and elbowing her and everything. But that didn't go viral. What went viral was Caitlin Clark got pushed by the WNBA player. I got to look her name up. Got her name, but it went viral and everything. And they got really people talking about, with Caitlin Clark, is she, really getting bullied around the WNBA? Our players jealous of her because she's getting all this media hype and everything. I remember when I went to Tennessee the other week and everything. Once and when I was at LAX, they was showing Clayton Clark on ESPN. And then when I went to the airport, to the Nashville airport, as soon as I walked out, they were showing Caitlin Clark and everything. So You know, they really pushing Caitlin Clark and everything. And since she's been in the league, you know, viewerships has been way up. Viewerships has been up. You know, it's been up since 21 years. So people was really watching the game. Reason because of one reason because of Caitlin Clark. You know, tickets. You know, every time you know she plays at home or she plays away, you know, it's almost so the arena's almost sold out. So. And now they saying like WNBA players, they say they feel like they're really jealous of her, and it got really so big that you know ESPN First Take, you know Stephen A, Monica and Shannon Sharpe was talking about everything. It got really heated, and you know it got really heated to the conversation of you know Monica Nunn, you know called out Stephen A and said, hey, you know you was gonna talk about the NBA, you could have talked about this 3 years ago and everything. We do have a clip for it, but Hakeem, make sure you play the audio of it. We don't want to play the video, just play the audio of it. So we do have an audio of they talk about the subject about Caitlin Clark and also the WNBA. And then after the audio, we're going to chop it up, and we're going to talk about is you know Caitlin Clark, you know, is everybody in WNBA jealous of Caitlin Clark because you know everybody want to see her and everybody you know want to watch her either from the television or they go to the arena and watch her themselves.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, so you want to play the one where they asked her if she bumped into her?
Play that one, but play the audio. You have to play audio on that one. Because
Shout out to for Victor to being in the building. Of course, the mom, father Kendall is also in the building. Also, Jabbar, shout out for you guys to be in the building. Shout out for those guys that also watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and also Kick and also Twitch. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following us over there on the Instagram world, also in the Kick world, and also in the Twitch world. Make sure you follow so you can catch us whenever we go live. And make sure you hit the notification bell on the YouTube side. Not only that, make sure you hit the like button for the algorithm. And also, hello, the lovely Sapphire Grace is in the building. Great to see you, sweetheart. Hopefully you had a good and wonderful weekend. Also, Hassan is in the building. It is what it is. TV is also in the building. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Play before bumping in with Caitlin. It seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the Fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
Kennedy on the.
She has been terrific. Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
Yeah, once again, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. We appreciate you guys coming in. We're going to have a wonderful time today. Wonderful time.
The GOAT. Is she what? I don't know. I just, with my eyes, I couldn't see if she's Caucasian or not. So I think what we're trying to say is what the WNBA currently has is what we like to describe as a cash cow. There is a superstar. And we're not saying that the players on the court need to act any differently. That's the athletes are going to do what athletes are going to do in any sport. And I think we're all learning that WNBA, that's old school football, baby. That is old school football. But I would like the media people that continue to say, this rookie class. Nah, just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar. And is it because she stayed in Iowa, put an entire state on her back, took a program from nothing to a multiple year success story? Is it because she would go on to break the entire points records in the history of the NCAA? Not just the women's record by Kelsey Plum, shout out, but also the GOAT. Is she what?
Yeah, so that was a little bit of taste of what's going on. That was Pat McAfee and everything that said, it was controversy because he called, Kevin Carter the white B word and everything, which if you guys watch the segment, he didn't mean it in the derogatory way. He was, saying it in a different way. He got started stepping on the show and everything. But yeah, man. So like I say, Caitlin Clark, she's bringing the viewership. People are watching more, not just her, but the WNBA and everything. And she's a rookie and everything. And when it comes to rookies, you're gonna see, not just Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese and other rookies. They're gonna feel the physicality because this is pro sports, this is pro women's sports. So you're dealing with grown women in the sport and everything. So go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's your take, with this, this Caitlin Clark? Do you feel like, the WNBA players are jealous of her?
I believe so. I believe that I think that you have a lot of women who has been there, who has dedicated their lives to the program, and it does feel a little bit like funny that she comes in and turns everything around. You know what I mean? I can feel there's some it leaves a foul taste in a lot of people's mouth. You know what I mean? There's a lot of sisters in there who can play very well, who shoot very well, but the spotlight is on her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I didn't see nothing wrong with what the guy said. You want to know something? Let me take that back. I do think he was speaking a little bit vulgarly, but this is a sportscaster team, and you know how they give it up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, or a sportscaster. So, that's my take on it.
Yeah, now when it comes to the aspect of Caitlin Clark, this is the problem, right? Because remember the WNBA was never hyped. Everybody used to watch the WNBA. Not everybody. People never used to turn in and watch the WNBA. You had great players that used to come in the WNBA. They don't get noticed. All of a sudden, you have her coming in there. Also, Angela Reese coming in there. And then now, all of a sudden, now it's a big hype. You see now they're doing video clips. They're talking about it. They're talking about sponsorships. They're talking about these people, especially Caitlin Clark, getting a huge Nike deal, especially for a woman. There's many other women that's in the organization that can play ball, but don't get me wrong. When she out there, even though her team is not doing well in the league right now when it comes to WNBA, however, she's very electric. When she goes out there and she play ball, I'm not going to lie to you, she brings a different energy. To me, she reminds me of Steph Curry when she's out there playing ball. I'm just being honest. She know how to play She just know how to play basketball. But now everybody's putting race into it because they say, okay, you have other black players, which is women, who can play just as well as her, can average the same amount of numbers, can average the same amount of rebounds, but yet they focus so much on playing for Clark, and they're not paying attention to other players. And I think that's the issue the WNBA is having right now, and I think they need to know how to manage. But right now, she is the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about her, from Pat McAfee, on Shannon Sharp, on Skip Bayless. So, she pretty much changed the whole image of the WNBA, and I think that's why women are getting upset at her, and they have the right to. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, and the thing is about it, Ronnie, she was electric back in college. Her and Angela Reese and everything. With the help of Caitlin Clark and also Angela Reese, they helped the viewership with college women's basketball and everything. Remember the last national championship game, people was watching the WNBA, the female college basketball more than the men's college basketball because Caitlin Clark so is electrifying and everything. Well, major viewership for the NCAA college women's basketball. Now we know that, transitioning to the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, #1 draft pick, everything's on her shoulders and everything, brought the viewership up for the WNBA, and brought up the viewership for the WNBA draft and everything. So, and the thing is, it's like Caitlin Clark is good for the WNBA. Why? Because she's going to be more money into the league. She's going to be more revenue for the league. People are watching it more now because of Caitlin Clark. And the thing is, it's like, I get that the best are upset and everything, but the thing is, it's like, this woman right here, and I'm just going to put Angela Reese in it too, because, I think, because, Angela Reese, she's very good at marketing herself. And I think she's really going to do market her team and everything, because it's not just Caitlin Clark, who's bringing in the signing deals too. Angela Reese, Chicago Scots too. She know how to market herself. She did it back in college, and now she's doing it in the WNBA and everything. So we're going to Caitlin Clark and everything. She's a rookie. You know, she's struggling a little bit. Her team is struggling a little bit. I get that. You know, she's getting not to the same height as like a Michael Jordan and also LeBron James and everything, because everybody's talking about her. You know, from all the sports shows to all the sports podcasts. You know, and all eyes love Caitlin Clark and everything. Is to there be a little bit jealousy? Sure, you know, of course it is. You know, this is a rookie. Why does this rookie, you know, get more than me? I might be a better player than her and everything, but that's how it is. You know, not just in WNBA, going to NFL when rookies get drafted and everything. It will, you know, it might be a lot of hype. Like for instance, you know, Caleb Williams, he's the #1 draft pick, you know, for Chicago Bears and everything. There might be a lot of, you know, battles. It's like, you know, why he's so good? Why he get up? So when Caleb Williams going to Leo, so okay, let's put that pressure on him. Let's see that real deal. It's the same thing to do with Caitlin Clark. They just want to see that she's a real deal. Personally, for me, I think she's a real deal. You know, I think she's gonna win a Rookie of the Year. Her team's gonna be trash because her team is sorry. Her team is trash. You know, she's not trash. Her team is not really good. They're definitely gonna be the last place for the season, so they definitely need more talent for her to succeed and everything. But the thing is, like I said, Caitlin Clark is really, really good for the league, you know, because she's so electric, like what Ronnie said and everything. She's going to bring that revenue, and she already bring more beauty to see and everything. And if Angel Reese and her, they battle it out in the next 5 or 10 years and everything, I guarantee you, you know, WNBA, they players in the next 5 to 10 years, WNBA players, if they, like I said, if they market it right and they continue to up their revenue, now we're going to see WNBA players, they're gonna make millions, you know, get paid maybe $1 to $2 million deals and everything, you know, because you know, past 5 to 10 years they always complain, you know, we're not getting paid enough and everything. Now you got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, who are really, really good players, and they know how to market themselves good, and also really, really good in the league. You're gonna see these WNBA players get paid a lot more, and you're not gonna see these women complain and everything. So that, like I said, Caitlin Clark is good for the league, and she's going to bring a lot of money to the WNBA league as well. It's going to be a lot more revenue.
And but that being said, now that shout out to Kiki. Is it Kiki?
Is Kiki in there?
Kiki
Hold on. Is that
shout
who I think it is? Kiki?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty brown, driving me wild.
Shout out to Kiki for being in the building. Great to see you. Not only that, but shout out to Ashton Williams.
Hey Jordan,
created those Shiesty Avengers also in the building.
Give Kiki a heart and give
What about the balloons?
Yeah, balloons, and give Sophia Grace a heart too.
They get hearts. And they get balloons. How about that?
Yeah. And shout out to Jalen's also in the building
as
well.
I must be blessed today.
Oh Lord.
Houston's in the building, 5th Ward.
We got a lot of people here today in the building. Happy Monday to all the lovely ladies that's in the building.
This must be a safe space for black women because they all here.
But not only that, but moving forward, Jordan, let's talk about the money. What's going on in the money world?
We're going to talk about the economy right now. So, as the pace of the economy growth, it's we kind of talked about it last Wednesday about the quarter and everything, and how it's going through go through the summer and everything. But going through it at it, just the economy, stocks and everything, all together. Money, companies and everything, also jobs as well. There's still the economy growth is still slow as inflation still remains stubborn and everything. We do have a video to really talk about and everything, but it close to Joe Biden, he feels like the economy is right now is kind of moving steady, which I believe majority of us disagree on here. He agrees that his economy is going strong and everything, but the thing is like we're gonna play the clip, and then we're really gonna break down the aspect of the economy of we're gonna talk about stocks, jobs, all the things that require to build our economy back up again. So go ahead, I can play the video, and after that we're gonna chop it up.
All right.
Shout out to Truth also for being in the building. Shout out to you, my brother, for being here in the building.
The king of Baltimore.
Truth.
Let's play this clip. See what's going on.
One moment.
Spending, some of the steam is now coming out of the economy. The GDP rate slowing to 1.6% in the first 3 months of this year, well below expectations.
What it means is that the core of the economy, business and consumer spending, is doing just fine. Inflation numbers, they are not fine.
Inflation, while down from 40-year highs just a couple of years ago, remains stubborn. Those consumer prices we all pay, up nearly 3.5%, a bigger jump than just 3 months ago, taking its toll on Christy Coughlin and her family in Bend, Oregon.
You're a registered dietitian. Food is your life. So how have your grocery shopping habits changed?
We've decided to use the 1 bag rule or 2 bags. We'll fill them. And once those bags are full, then we'll walk out. It really eliminates impulse buys.
In Syracuse, New York today, President Biden optimistic about the economy.
American manufacturing is back. That's what it is, a comeback story, creating new jobs, new businesses, new hope.
But with most Americans disapproving of his handling of the economy, the president has some convincing to do before the election this fall. Still, as summer comes, despite higher costs, Americans are willing to spend to get away. At Dollywood theme parks in Tennessee, they're on pace to surpass last year's record attendance. American families booking further in advance and coming from farther away.
These latest figures complicate the Fed's decision about when it could finally cut interest rates, reinforcing concerns that borrowing costs for consumers and businesses could stay higher for longer. Lester?
Yeah, so we heard about Joe Biden said he thinks we're doing okay, but I know some of us in the channel, we might disagree. So, Ronnie, what's your take about Joe Biden, and what's your take about how our economic growth here in the United States for this year?
Well, of course, when you're looking at the GDP, you know what I'm saying? I got to talk about, because I got a lot. Shout out to my dad, man. He made this nice mango shake. I think got my tongue twisted. So, no, but you can see that it's still at 1.6. So, if for Joe Biden to get reelected, he gotta persuade the people how the economy is doing. So, of course, he's gonna say up lies and also try to manipulate the people talking about the economy is doing good. No, the economy is not doing good. Now, don't get me wrong. As inflation is starting to go down, people still having a hard time to get jobs. People still having a hard time to start businesses. People still having a hard time to even borrow from the banks because they're not meeting the criteria to be able to get all these to get all these resources they need from the bank to start their own business. Not only that, but also when you look at your local grocery store, back then milk used to cost well, like not even that, like a couple of months ago, milk used to cost like $3 and like regular milk used to cost about $3, I think 50 cents. Now milk is getting close to $6. Or not even $6, probably already at $6. So it just shows you that what's going on with inflation. Inflation is still in high, but it's starting to cool down. So to me, if Joe Biden want to get elected, he gotta persuade the people. He gotta put stuff into action now and stop sending money to the Ukraine and start using money on the American people. And then he should be fine. But I think Trump, if I know Trump, his whole aspect is gonna tackle the economy because people want to know what is next for the economy. How can we build? How can we move? How can we move forward? How can I have a better future for not only for me, but also for my little one? Go ahead, I can.
Brother, you spoke so eloquently, and I'm gonna just add on to it. Looking at his approval rating, his disapproval rating is at 56%. His approval rating is at 38%. So now we all know that the effects of the economy is going to affect him at the polls, and the policies that he's doing the last 12 months has determined how people feel about him. Just like Ron said, we're hurting in our pockets. The immigration situation is this. So as we see the economy is slowing down, and prices are going up, people are now thinking that who's going to be the best option for us. So now we want people to, and don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people here are Democrats in the chat, and some might have conservative views. I do want to say, he is a felon.
And we're gonna talk about it too.
We're going to talk about that too. But I do want people to understand, who's going to be the best for us. And that's basically what I'm going to say. I don't think Biden will make it past a second term. He doesn't look healthy at all. You're right, Jalen. He doesn't look healthy at all. Yeah. So, what that means? If he gets reelected, then, if he gets reelected, then, what's the lady name that's in office?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Forgive me, ladies. I don't hear much about her, so I forgot she was even the vice president. So, like, if they get reelected, she might be president. That's what's really going to happen.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, with this situation, it's like I said, the economy right now is still steady. Everybody's feeling it from all the way to LA, all the way to you guys are in Miami, all the way up to New York City, where Ashton's at, where Sophia's at, where Jalen's at, where Ken Dog's at, where everybody at in this chat. It's having a tough selection because she lives up north in Canada. But other than that, how the economy is right now, it's like, it's nothing changed, everything, A lot of people don't know that, we don't know if Joe Biden really, push for jobs and everything. We just see him, give money, to Ukraine, to Israel and everything, all the negative stuff and everything. But Joe Biden's not really pushing out with the positive he has done with his economy and everything. And he really feels like, everything is fine right now. How we feeling right now, we're not feeling that, even though inflation is up and everything, the salaries and pay rates is not going up as well and everything for a lot of people that live in the United States and everything, and we're really feeling it. Housing is going up, groceries is going up, all that type of things and everything. And then with Donald Trump is in office and everything, he has a lot of people, very conservatives. That's, when he was in office, they felt like, his money was, the money was kind of, tight. Well, money was more filled in their pocket and everything. And now we're not going to talk about stimulus packages and everything. And a lot of people thought when Donald Trump was back in office, they felt, the economy was really, really good. Donald Trump, when Joe Biden got in there, 3 years, going on 4 now, people are still struggling, for jobs in a way. People are still struggling, to pay rent, to buy food and everything. And like I said, and we're in this, I wouldn't say chaos, but we in this endemic of, how are we going to get better and everything. And, right now, I know we just see how the summer is and everything and see what Joe's going to do this next few months before the election starts and everything. Can he do something? Sure. But, all we hear from Joe is just a lot of talk and, really no action. So we'll just see how the company goes this summer.
So that being said, with the money talk, guys, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed thus so already. Make sure you hit that notification bell because we're about to get heavy and hot, especially when we're about to head to these trending topics. So go ahead, Jordan, do your thing.
Well, speaking of Donald Trump, we're going to talk about him. So you guys do or don't know, he was finally convicted for 34 felony charges of the hush money charge back in New York City. So he was guilty of all 34 counts of falsified business records. The jurors said they unanimously agreed Trump falsified those business records to conceal and hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels in order to influence the outcome of the 2016 election. Let's see. The juror heard from 22 witnesses over the course of 4 weeks and examined evidence including phone records, invoices, checks to Trump's former fixer who paid Daniels to bury the news of her sexual encounter with Trump. The charges carry a sentence of anywhere from probation to up to 4 years in prison. And I think his due date, I believe, is in July. I believe it's in July. So we're going to find out if he's going to be on probation or, he's going to be in prison. So, if he's going to be in prison, that's going to be a big impact of him running for presidency and everything. So other than that, we do have a couple clips I want to show you guys and get into depth of, Trump being guilty. And then we're going to play the clips. And after that, we're going to chop it right on up. Let's go. Let's get it.
Judge could decide to say, hey, house arrest or even jail.
It could.
How do you face what that could.
I'm okay with it. I saw one of my lawyers the other day on television saying, oh, no, you don't want to do that to the president. I said, you don't beg for anything. You just, the way it is.
It could. The judge could decide to say, hey, house arrest or even jail.
It
How
could.
do you face what.
Just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win. Because our country's gone to hell.
Tonight, Donald Trump is the first former president in U.S. history to be convicted of felony crimes.
Good evening. Welcome to Fox 7 News at 10. I'm Alex Michelson.
And I'm Christine Devine. The unanimous verdict reached by a New York jury.
Trump's legal team says they are now appealing it. We have live team coverage. Marla Tejas is here to explain what this means for the former president who's campaigning for re-election. Fox 11's Gina Silva live in Hawthorne with local reaction. But let's start things off with Marla.
Listen, Christine, it took the jury about 12 hours of deliberating to turn the former president into a convicted felon.
I'm a very innocent man.
Maintaining his not guilty plea, former President Donald Trump outside the Manhattan courtroom moments after he was convicted on all 34 felony counts of falsifying business documents to cover up a sexual encounter with adult film star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. Nearby, some anti-MAGA protesters holding signs saying, "Lock him up and don the felon." Trump calling the whole process rigged.
This was done by the Biden administration.
The jury of 7 men and 5 women heard 80 hours of testimony from 22 witnesses over the 6-week history-making criminal trial that focused on reimbursements paid to Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, for a $130,000 hush money payment to Daniels. Cohen, the prosecution's key witness, the defense called the greatest liar of all time. Cohen, Thursday night on MSNBC.
It's accountability. It's exactly what America needs right now. I did my job.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who first brought the indictment against Trump in April 2023.
Our job is to follow the facts and the law without fear or favor. And that's exactly what we did here.
Trump's attorney on Fox News vowing to keep fighting without any regrets.
We all did the best that we could, and I wouldn't change anything that we did.
The President Biden-Harris campaign released a statement saying, convicted felon or not, Trump will be the Republican nominee for president. The threat Trump poses to our democracy has never been greater. He is running an increasingly unhinged campaign of revenge and retribution, pledging to be a dictator on day one.
The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people.
How this will play out at the ballot box in a presidential matchup that currently has Trump with a slight edge over Biden remains to be seen. Political analyst Dan Schnurr, with us at 6, says the burden lies with Biden to re-energize younger progressive voters who've soured on him.
The question now going forward is whether the Biden campaign can use this verdict as a way of convincing those progressives that, in fact, it's worth their time and effort to turn out in November.
Now, Trump is to be sentenced on July 11th. That is 4 days before the Republican convention, where he is set to receive the GOP nomination officially. And again, his team will appeal today's conviction.
And Trump not shy about speaking out about this.
No, so he is at home at Trump Tower tonight. He will hold a press conference at 8 a.m. Eastern tomorrow from Trump Tower.
Yeah, President Biden has not spoken about this on camera and so far doesn't have any plans to. Thank you so much. All right, a lot of questions about this unprecedented moment in U.S. history. Our FoxLA.com team put together the top 3 questions being asked to us online. So we want to take a moment to try to answer those. Question number 1, will Trump go to prison? The answer, we don't know. His sentencing set for July 11th, as Marla just said. It's up to the judge and the judge alone. Judge Juan Merchan could sentence him to the maximum, which would be 4 years behind bars. But that's unlikely, given the fact that Trump hasn't been convicted of any other crimes. He could get probation, house arrest, or community service. Now to question number 2. Can Trump still run for president? This one is simple. Yes. Nothing in the Constitution prevents criminals from running, even if they're behind bars. Back in 1920, socialist labor leader Eugene Debs got nearly 4% of the presidential vote from behind bars. Question number 3, can Trump still vote for himself in November? Likely yes. Although Trump was convicted in New York, he technically lives and votes in Florida. Florida law defers to the state where the conviction occurred, which is in New York, where the voting rights say that basically you're only prevented from voting if you're a felon currently incarcerated. That's highly unlikely to be the case in November due to likely appeals stopping any sentence from going into effect anytime soon. Christine?
Well, Alex, tonight there's plenty of reaction to the Trump verdict from people all across Southern California.
Yeah, so there we go, man. So yeah, July 11th will be his date of will he be either get probation or will he be going to prison and everything? And so yeah, it's just getting crazier here in the United States and everything. So we don't know what's going to happen, but we shall see. So I want to start with you, Hakeem. You know, do you believe that Donald Trump on July 11th? Do you feel like he might get sentenced to prison or he might get probation?
No, I think this is going to be caught up in appeals up for years. Likely his age. I've seen cases like this. People, even at this age, likely don't get lengthy jail time. He's over 70-something years old. He's very popular. And even if he did, he'll be PC'd. But I don't see that likely happening.
Shout out to the lovely Namal mother, the lovely Natasha Vincent is also in the building. Happy Monday to you. And also shout out to No Chaser is also in the building. What's going on, big dog? What a great day to be in America. You have a person that's convicted of being a felon and still running for president. It just show you how American democracy and see how it runs and see how it favors the other counterparts. Because people say, he's a felon and yet he's still able to run for president. Do y'all forget that we in America? America is run by whites. They can do whatever they want. They created a law, and this is the law they wanted to go by. So who is we to come in and tell them to do something otherwise? This is what they want. And not only that, this is great. There is a great marketing tool for Donald Trump because guess what? Now people going to say my president truly is black. Because remember, he got a felony and he's running for president. So that means you can do all things if you get the right people on your side. So like I told people, Trump is going to win. He's going to win big. When I mean he's going to win big, guys don't even worry about it. Even a lot of people say I'm not voting. It doesn't really matter. I think the majority of the people in the United States are voting for Trump. I'm just being honest. His campaign is they're going to use this. And I'm telling you, Jordan and Hakeem, after the conviction, he was able to raise $52 million. That fast. $52 million. People, if you sleep, then you made to be sleep because y'all just not paying attention to the tool. Trump is going to be the president. I'm sorry. I don't see nobody else in the Republican Party coming in and try to overtake Trump. It's not going to happen. They love Trump. The media love Trump. By him, Trump being with this messiness is bringing up so many ratings and all over like it used to be back during the pandemic, doing the same thing again. So they're using him once again to bring back the media. So yeah, was it John Morant just said, get your passport, do what you got to do. But Trump ain't going nowhere. Trump is here to stay. He's going to be our president. So y'all might as well just sit back and relax. I'm just going to find out who's going to be his vice president. I really think it's going to be Ron DeSantis in Florida. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Shout out to the lovely Bobby Brown for being in the building. But Hakeem, our president is black, man. I would have been happy if this would have been, I'm not gonna lie, if this was Barack Obama, I would have been like, oh hell yeah, this is really, but they gave it to Trump. So mind you, a felon now going for president. This never happened in the history of the United States at all.
You can say that again. They're making him a martyr.
They is.
Yes.
People love him. I keep telling people that. When you hate somebody, you actually do love them. People love him. They love him. They love the Kachiki when he talks. They love what they love the ready to come out of his mouth. He the only president that said the United States of America is going to hell. No president never said that.
That dude gangster as hell.
That dude is gangster. And that's why people love him. I keep telling people that. They love him. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, man, this is the most interesting time to be alive. To see what's going on in the United States of America. You know, I'm an independent voter. You know, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. You know, I'm all about, what are they gonna do for, black people? What they could do for us as black people and everything. And so far, I don't see anything. So yeah, I might not vote. that's just me. But we'll see. I might change my mind. We'll see what's up. But anyways, go back to Donald Trump. Yeah, he's got convicted. You know, we won't know till July 11th. But but the thing is, if you look at all the the charges and everything, they're not really heavy charges. They're like a misdemeanor charge and everything. So I kind of agree. They can appeal this and everything, and I think it take up to 4 years and everything. So he does appeal it. He can appeal all the way until he gets elected, and then he can and after his term is over, he can revisit his case and everything. Or we won't find out until if he gets probation or anything, which Donald Trump lawyers might have and everything. He might get probation and he might run again. I could just see that. New York trying their best, Georgia trying their best. I remember Colorado, they were trying to get him on the voting ballot and everything in Colorado and everything. And it's like, what we're seeing right now, a lot of people in America, back in 2016, there was a lot of people that liked him. Now we're here in 2024. There are people that are really Trump supporters. If you go to these some of these cities that's like red cities and everything, they love this man so much. They be dancing, they be saying, "Oh my, Donald Trump, he's gonna win. Oh, he's gonna win. He's our savior. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win." I'm like, "Oh my God, man, he got these people hypnotized and everything, hypnotized or something like that." They love. And the thing is, Donald Trump knows how to entertain. He's been doing this for 40 years, 45 years. This man knows what he's doing. He even said this back I think in the early 90s about, if I were to be president, I'll be the Republicans. Reason to that is because Republicans are kind of stupid and everything. And you could kind of talk, it's like he could talk good to you. You talk to good people what he can do and everything, and how you feel about America, and the majority of Republicans. And not just Republicans, he turned Democrats into Republicans too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A lot of black people turned Democrats into Republicans. Not right, really here in 2023, 2024, because he's been in office and everything. And they see how the economy is and everything. So I do agree with you. It takes a while to boost up the economy. It takes years and everything. I agree to that and everything. But the thing is, it's like, Trump knows how to make you feel good. He makes you forget about what's going on in the economy. He makes you feel good. Joe Biden, he's not that. He's very, very boring. Like Dr. Conley called him Sleepy Joe and everything. And what we see, and the thing is with Joe Biden, we see a lot of stuff he does negatively and everything. Giving money to Ukraine, like I said earlier, giving money to Israel and everything. And not really try to push, help the economy growth and everything. It's like we want to see stuff happen overnight, but we do want to see a little something, just a little boost of something. And say, hey, let's hope in the next 6 months to a year that we might have pockets, have our pockets might be flooded and everything. But yeah, I came around it. I can see Donald Trump, even with whole council and everything. He's been guilty and everything. And the thing is, it's not over. We don't know what else might go on and everything. I don't think it's done. I think other states, maybe Georgia or somebody, will try to put this man into jail or not get him to vote and everything. But the thing is, it's like he has a lot of supporters now than he ever had back in 2016. He was voting and everything. So it's going to be this election right here. This is going to be the most entertaining, the most wowing, the most. It's gonna be something, it's going down in history books, in American history. So
not that, but I could be wrong too. I heard that that this year debate ain't gonna be nobody. It's not gonna be no audience presence.
That's true.
It's gonna be Trump and Joe Biden themselves. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This thing, y'all don't understand. See, people fail to realize we live in the day of the media. One thing about see, y'all gotta study history. I ain't gonna say his full name, but Elof, Elof, from Germany.
Yeah.
The guy, I can't say his full name because I don't want to get the channel demonetized. They were saying the same thing about him. He understands how the media works. Trump understands how the media works. He knows what can he do and what can he not do. His team is doing a wonderful job putting him in front of the people and showing that, look, this man is innocent. This man, look, when his trial happened in New York, everybody that was in the juror was biased. They already don't like him. So it's not going to be a fair trial. That's what they're going to use for his defense. I'm telling you, that's what they're going to use. They're gonna be like, everybody that was in the juror, it was not a fair juror. Everybody that was in the juror don't like him anyway. So they're going to automatically find him to be guilty. So that's why I say this is going to be appeal. And mind you, but the time frame for it to be done with the appeal, the presidential election already happened. It's too late. There you go. It's all a game. I want to say people got to pay attention to the time, to the clues of what is going on. And not only that, also people got to aware, especially as black people, sometimes it's good to stay away from white folks' business. I learned that from a wise man. Stay away from white folks' business. When they out there doing their thing,
get in your bag, Ronnie.
You just sit back, relax, and then enjoy the show. That's all I'm saying. I'm enjoying the show.
Me too.
This is their country.
I'm like Natasha. She got a
damn, baby.
I'm doing the same thing. It's a black person. I'm just throwing my part for him.
Just sit back and enjoy the show, watch the debate, have a good time. Hakeem and Joe, we're gonna do our commentary, and that's it. I'm not gonna say anything else because these MAGA fans, don't get me wrong, he has a lot of fans. I'm telling you, this thing could get ugly very, very, very quickly. And now that, shout out to Lord Sprite Progens in the building, and also Miss Reed is in the. It's also in the building. But go ahead, Hakeem, because Hakeem gonna go in his bag. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, hey, you just took the words out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of who we vote for, how we gonna benefit from it? You know what I'm saying?
You're only 13%. Yeah, you're only 13%.
You know what I'm saying? The lesser of two evils. You know what I mean? This is why I say let's vote on policy and not based on who's up there. So it's like, you know what I mean? Because sooner or later, if things get too worse, I'm going to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Natasha, did you give me citizenship?
Now that's why I heard Mexico got I heard they got a female president in Mexico. Mexico got a female president. So it's like other worlds are doing other things. People are just blinded because they focus on Trump too much. Yeah. There's a lot of things that's going on in this world that's going on. And like Sophia always say, which is true, keep your eyes open because you never know. They always using things for a distraction. We're missing it a lot. Sophia said she moved to Mexico.
Sophia, we'll move to Mexico too. I'll come with you too. Would you give me citizenship, Sophia? You know I'm gonna be an illegal there. Would you give me citizenship? I'm an illegal here now, so.
But she's like, no, too. Mexico. Everybody going to Mexico. They got a woman president now, so.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm only 2 hours away from Mexico.
Me, you, in Cabo with a pina colada.
Oh.
So the time say, come on up. Ladies here will have 5, 6, 7 babies, Hakeem. Say, come on up.
Listen, I need citizenship. Hello.
I don't know. I don't think I won't get rid. I'll get rid of my United States citizenship.
Listen,
I'll do a dual citizenship.
You need to apply for it.
I'll do a dual. I can't just give up my United States citizenship. I can't do that.
And a lot.
I'll stay in America. Just take me to Hawaii. I'll just need to be in the island. I'll be good.
Yeah, no, but I'm telling you, they're gonna use his team they're gonna use this to the max. Watch what I tell you, Hakeem. Watch what I tell you. Joe Biden, I'm telling you, they even say this year a lot of people don't even want to run.
No,
because they know Trump he's gonna destroy it. It's just like it's always. I will be shocked if he lose. I will be shocked, and I think if that happens, the United States will be at war with one another. They will.
Well, that's the case, Ronnie. Make sure everybody in that chat and here, make sure you have your guns ready to protect yourself.
Oh, of course. They say every time it's going on the Trump election, like heading to the election, they say the gun prices always go up. Like people go in and buy guns. They always do that. Like it is what it is. But I think it will do that. Or if Trump go to jail, it will be a riot at the jail. People will riot for this man. People in love with this man.
Hey,
power of the media. I'm telling you, dangerous.
We need more samurai swords, a couple of nunchucks. You know what I mean? You You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know they
Because
ain't gonna
remember
let it.
because I can't remember he tell the people what they actually want to hear. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That what makes him dangerous. And me and my friend talks about that a lot. He was like, Ronnie, what makes him dangerous? He literally tell the people what they actually want to hear. The economy is bad. We gotta fix it. This guy sucks. We gotta get him out of there. Like
Yeah.
he does it all, and the
I want-
media love him.
And I want to say too, and if he gets back into this office, all his enemies that try to attack him,
Oh yeah, they done.
you're done. You're done. You try real bad to not get in the office, and when he gets to office, I know that man has a list. It's like who I'm getting, who I'm getting, who I'm getting. He's going for them. Headstrong. He's going to go for them. Headstrong.
Basically.
Hey, so but that being said, Jordan, on to the next one.
All right, going to the next topic. So we did this topic last week Wednesday when we had Stephanie with me at the time, and that was the guy who was had a suspended license and everything, and you know he went on Zoom to court and everything, and
which was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
I'll cry.
Yes, and the judge, and he was very appalled and probably like, I can't believe this really man really dropped out suspended license. Are you kidding me? Comes to find out, he is innocent. Why I'm saying he's innocent because back a few years ago, there was a paperwork error on the court end. So the Michigan man whose license was suspended when he appeared on court on Zoom called while John said he is extremely embarrassed after the blunder went viral on social media. Asked him, "What was I thinking?" It was very embarrassing. He's 44 years old. His name is Corey Harris, and he lives in he lives in Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan. He had faced a misdemeanor charge for 2 years ago when he was accused of driving on a suspended license. But when he showed up on Zoom for hearing the matter 2 weeks ago, he used his cell phone. You know, the judge, he really couldn't believe it and everything. And where's the part? He was very, very speechless. They both were speechless and everything. But later on, let me see if I can find it. My bad. Give me 1 second. Where is it? So court documents from 2022 indicate that a judge lifted his suspension, permitting Harris to drive again. However, the paperwork never reached the Secretary of State office, and as a result, Harris' license remains officially suspended. So he did file the paperwork, and he was supposed to get his license renewed, but it didn't. Like I said, it went through, but it never reached the Secretary of State office. So technically, he did his part and filled it, but the thing is, it never reached the Secretary of State. So he did his job, so so he won't be suspended. His license won't be suspended, but then again, it didn't reach the Secretary of State office, and that was back in 2022, and now 2024. That incident showed. I mean, the viral video showed up, and people was appalled. But technically, you want to say he was innocent. So we're gonna play a video again, and after this, we're gonna react to what we have. What's our take for today? That we found out he did fill out the paperwork, but it never went through.
At the second, yes, I am.
Corey Harris was cited for driving while license suspended, but Harris told us he thought his license had been reinstated. And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended, the same records the judge was going by.
This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
It's very embarrassing. And with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing.
Right now at the second, yes, I am.
Corey Harris was cited for driving while license suspended, but Harris told us he thought his license had been reinstated. And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended, the same records the judge was going by.
This is a driving while license suspended.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Thursday afternoon, Harris told us he was going to the Secretary of State's office to try to straighten out everything between them and friend of the court once and for all.
Always double check behind these workers, because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
In Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 News.
He's
Wait
right.
for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Well, that's it, Hakeem. So yeah, so finding out he did his paperwork and everything, he tried to turn himself in, but according to the Secretary of State, they didn't do their part. So he did support and everything. So where we react to this back on Wednesday, and now we found out some more information and found out, he did his part, but the thing is, it never went through and everything. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on?
No, somebody, you got me laughing. She said not because of child support. It was because of child support. That was it. And I think, and to me, I don't like how they keep using his picture of him being shocked. They're using it everywhere. I think it was, because that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was it. Lord Spotty Protein. I couldn't stop laughing. Hey, Hakeem, Keisha. Shout out to Keisha. Keisha is in the building. I'm sorry, the guy picture is just funny because he was so shocked that he was like, damn, I'm about to go to no, but in all seriousness, I agree with Lord Spike Protein. He said something in the chat which I totally agree with. You are responsible for your own self. You got to make sure you double check, because these guys will slip the ball. Look, this man could have did time in prison.
Yeah.
Or jail time, because remember, I don't know how Michigan law is. Jordan, you from Michigan, you probably go more in depth in Michigan laws. But I know if it's just like Florida, if they find you driving without a license and it's suspended, you do, I think, up to 1 or 2 years in jail. So it depends. It depends on the law. That guy, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think he should sue. If I was him, I would try to sue, because they fell the ball on that, because he could have did some real bad time for something that he really got it reinstated. Terrible, terrible thing. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kim. You can go for it.
So this is just a prime example. Like he said, man, you got to stay on top of your game. But what is interesting, his license was suspended on child support. So the bigger issue is like who you making babies with.
No, but he got to reinstate it. He fixed it.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, he paid his child support.
So that would mean he had to probably pay a couple racks to get back in the green. You know what I mean? This is why I don't want no child support. I'm gonna pay like I weigh. So
man,
what it is.
Yeah. Just watching this, we're talking to everybody about it. So when it comes to his situation, suspended license, insurance, or anything, make sure you double, triple check and everything, because I had a situation this morning of that my insurance was terminated for me, my wife, and my daughter, because when I took leave, remember guys, when I took leave for my baby and everything, right, work for everything. I didn't pay the premium, but they said I could wait until I go back to work and take it off my check. So I went there last month and everything, and because it was terminated for May, I went to the unit office, got it fixed and everything, and so they put it on. So they started taking it off my check and everything, which is cool, and they put it back in May. And then I found out today when my wife told me, it's like, hey, because we're trying to get a prescription for my daughter, because we took her to the doctors a couple of days ago, and the insurance, the doctor had to call my wife because they said my insurance, was off, and insurance was terminated again. And so I had to call the union again and see, what's going on, because I went up there a month ago fix the problem and everything, to take the money out of my check and everything. But I found out that last time I went, they took the money out of my check for May, but they didn't take the money out of my check for the premium on my check for April as well, because since I was off for 2 months for May and April, so I had to call. I fixed it up. You know, they called and they update me again. So now, you know, I got my insurance back and everything, and they can continue to take my money off my check and everything. So that's being said, with my situation, his situation, you gotta make sure you double check when it comes to stuff like this, insurance, driver's suspended license, misdemeanors, all that type of things, because you know, if you don't take care of yourself, you know, either you go to jail, or my situation, I probably would have known that, you know, I probably had no insurance, and I probably would have been out of, well, I would have been out of luck, but if I went to the doctor's office and said, terminate, I probably didn't get the help and I need, or some type of emergency, not just for myself, for my daughter, and also for my wife as well. So that being said, make sure you double check on everything, so you always will be up to date.
Yeah, but like I say, it's very important you guys make sure you double check everything, especially as a man. Because hell, if you owe back child support and you don't double check and get stopped, you never know they have a warrant out for your arrest. And like Sophia Grace said, Florida, they don't play. Don't play with Florida. I'm telling you, Florida is one of the strictest when it comes to that. They do not play with that.
Hey, Sophia Grace, you remember that song, Do the Janet Reno?
Do the Janet Reno?
Do the Janet Reno. Do the Janet
I think that one was kids?
Listen, Janet Reno was the one who made the strictest child support laws in here. God bless the day. She was locking people up. And then, you know, the girl was like, Judah Janet Reno.
What was this? What year was this?
This was in the 80s. She laughing. She know what I'm talking about. Janet Reno.
Yeah, I was in the 80s. I was probably still a baby back then. But go ahead, Jordan, on to the next, because time is against us.
I wasn't even born, but it is what it is. All right. Oh, now this story is crazy and cringing and weird. And this is coming up from the city of Baltimore. So this happened last week. So there was I think it was somebody on the bus. They had found a fetus in a city bus, which is crazy. Yes, they had found a fetus on a city bus. And my thing is, it's like how it's like for me, like how would that happen? It's like it's crazy and shocking and weird in a way. So yeah. So there was Metro Bus has found a fetus in the back of the bus. We have a clip to really get in more detail, but yeah, man, this was shocking and weird and Go ahead, I can play the video after that. We'll chop it up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very limited in the information they're willing to share about what exactly happened here today. And at the same time, though, I'm sure this is a call that they typically don't get. It's certainly a story I've never had to share, and some people tell me they're just speechless. But I want to show you where this happened. A bus driver, an MTA bus driver, finding a fetus on an MTA bus right here. This is at 25th and Kirk Avenue in Northeast Baltimore. We were here earlier as Baltimore police and MTA police were investigating. Now, investigators say it was just before 12:45 this afternoon that an MTA bus driver reported he had found a fetus on the seat of a bus. Now, I've reached out to MTA to ask if that driver was maybe getting ready to make a shift change and was checking the bus and came across that, if there were people on the bus. They are directing all of my questions to Baltimore police, so I have reached out to them as well, and we were able to see some homicide detectives with BPD on scene today going into that bus. But at this point, once again, police are really only confirming that an MTA bus driver found a fetus on the seat of a bus this afternoon. I got the chance to speak with people in this area, some of which ride the bus. Many of them say, though, they're just really shocked to hear this happen.
That don't make sense. I have a mother of 3 and a 4-year-old grandson, and I'm like in shock.
And I did ask police if officers are maybe looking over some bus camera footage to figure out when this happened and who may be behind it. I also asked if this is being investigated as a suspicious or questionable death. They tell me that it's still an active and open investigation. They are not willing to to answer any of my questions just yet. Live tonight from Northeast Baltimore, Tori Orgi, WBAL TV 11 News. Police are being...
I think Natasha broke it down. She said a woman probably miscarried and was trying to get to the hospital.
Yes. So it says so the medical examiner office took possession of these feet. It was 2 fetuses, by the way, 2.
Wow.
They took the fetuses and said both were still born. Police say it's too early to share any further information. It's unknown who left the fetuses on the bus. Eric Carver got on the bus after working a 12-hour shift Saturday, and when he saw the unthinkable, a bonnet covered a baby on the bus seat. The bus driver told police he found a fetus on the seat while stopping on the street. What else? That was the first thing that came to. Well, no, I'm sorry. Police said officers were called around 12:40 p.m. Police arrived. Officer found a second fetus on the bus, so there was 2 fetuses on the bus. So yeah, really, they right now they're still doing the investigation. You know, they don't have any more details of what happened and everything. Why the fetuses on there? So other than that, you know, they're still doing an investigation. So yeah, man. So Hakeem, man, what's your take on this weird story? This is weird.
That was time with Sophia Grace and on the Thompson Vincent on this one. It makes more logical sense.
This is a touchy subject because I know pregnancies, miscarriage, stillbirths. This is a topic that is kind of above my pay grade, and this goes to where, as a man, I can't understand the flight of a woman and how mentally this could have been for this person, what she was going through and how she was feeling, if she was scared. The reason she took this measure to this way, to do this, if she wanted to be anonymous. What's more is concerning is this. If those 2 fetuses was there, then she's lost a lot of blood. She needs medical attention. And our community is not so comforting enough for where women can come at times to be able to talk and lean on the shoulder. God knows what happens. So I just say that I pray she gets some help, and I pray that this can be a learning lesson for us as far as if a woman can go to this extreme measures to do this on a bus, then we don't know what her flight is.
Yeah, because at the same time, you can't be able to judge somebody. Because, you know, people might judge her, but like, she was nasty for doing that. Why didn't she call the paramedics? Why didn't she do this? Why you had to go on the bus? Why was you saying you have somebody take you to the hospital? There's a lot of questions people want to ask, but unfortunately, like you said, Hakeem, I do agree with you. People fail to have these type of conversation, even when someone like a mother that's involved, especially losing them two little ones. My best belief, I think it was twins. It's 2, so I mean it was twins. So, you know, miscarriage does happen all the time. Even when you do research, women actually sometimes miscarry while they in the bathroom, like literally using the bathroom, or even taking a shower. Like, it's numerous of stories where women and they miscarriage stories. And I say you never know what a woman's going through mentally when it comes to something like that. And you know, it's just a sad thing. And to me, you know, I'm with Sophia, and I'm also with the Thompson Vincent. She should have just asked for help. But I think because of our community, people are afraid to ask for help, and that's the problem. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, I agree with you guys 100%. You know, to me, I don't know why it's being on a city bus. It may sound like maybe a young woman in a way. You know, maybe she was, you know, she was homeless. You know, maybe, you know, she has no family around. You know, maybe she was an orphan or something like that. You know, if that comes to mind and everything, and I guess, you know, when you have a miscarriage on a bus, it can happen anywhere. You know, it can be very, very traumatic and very, very. I'm sorry, since had a word, embarrassing, you know, and I feel like, you know, the woman that was on the bus, she just couldn't bear it and everything, and maybe she left her and everything, you know. But like I said, hopefully we get more information on this. Hopefully, the woman's okay. It's just like I said, it's still some more investigation that needs to be unraveled and get the information that we need and everything. But yeah, it's just that type of story. It is shocking to hear, and it's also very sad to hear. And just pray for the woman. Hopefully she's okay, and and hopefully she gets the help she needs. Hopefully they found her. She's in the hospital, and get all the medical care that she needs. But yeah, definitely agree with you 100%.
Oh no, but they might try to press charges. Knowing them, they look for her. They're gonna try to press charges.
Yeah.
Because remember she left and then didn't say anything.
Left to
You know what I'm
see.
saying? So they might try to press charges because remember that's still a city bus, even though it's B more, which is pretty much primarily black. So they're gonna trust me. They're gonna try to press charges some way or another. Or they'll be like, why you didn't say anything? Why you just left the scene of the crime? She must have been embarrassed. I'm saying you never know what goes through a woman's mind. Like Ken Doll said in the chat, he said mental can also affect the physical. That's true. I do agree with that, but also you gotta understand something. One time a woman told me sometimes the body itself, the mental state could be right, but the body itself sometimes fights the child. I think Jordan, you heard that before too.
Yeah.
So I know your daughter probably told the same thing with your wife. So it does. It just naturally fights the child. I never understand it. Only the universe know. I don't understand when it comes to the aspect of a woman's body, but I know the woman's body is very complex. It's very hard to understand because that's something God created a woman to have. Man can never understand what goes through a woman's body. Now that shout out to Nightish, that's also in the building. I can't any final thoughts before we move forward.
We need to pray and create more of a safe space for women in public. You know what I mean? Due to this,
Yeah, you do. Facts. But I hope they don't hold. I just don't want her. I hope they don't press charges on her. I hope they were like, hey, it's just an accidental mistake. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah. All right, on to the next topic. So we're gonna go all the way to Massachusetts, and we're gonna talk about a 5th grade teacher. She has been placed on leave after she held a mock slavery auction in her class back in January, then used a racial slur in the same class months later. Oh wow. So according to reports, a teacher had a mock slave auction involving 2 children of color back in January when students were learning about slavery and the economy of southern colonies. Holding a mock slave auction is unacceptable, violate the district's core values. This is the superintendent was speaking. Wrote in a letter to parents, simulation of role plays when teachers about historical or trauma are not appropriate, and these teaching methods are not to be used. In a separate incident that happened in April, the same teacher used the N-word while reading a book that was not part of the 5th grade core English curriculum. The racial slur wasn't even in the book she was reading. To make matters worse, the teacher inappropriately called out the student who reported her using a racial slur. Oh wow! So we do have a clip you guys to play, and after that we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead.
Borough teacher accused of 2 racist incidents in the classroom. The first back in January when the 5th grade teacher had a lesson on slavery. The superintendent said in a letter to parents, and I'm quoting, during the lesson, the educator held an impromptu mock slave auction. The educator asked 2 children sitting in the front of the room who were of color to stand, and the educator in class discussed physical attributes. But Superintendent Gregory Martineau says he wasn't informed about it until a second incident involving the same teacher months later. That's when he says the teacher read a book to the 5th grade class and inserted the N-word into the text. Parents started speaking up and it got the attention of the superintendent 3 months after the original incident.
It was appalling to see that the principal stood by and didn't take any action. Second time the same teacher did that.
It happened in January. We just got the news. It is shocking to hear this. Just last night, we didn't know about the incident.
That delay prompting the superintendent to apologize this week, saying, quote, "I acknowledged that there were missteps in this process that further complicated the situation. Ultimately, I am responsible for ensuring students are in a safe and supportive learning environment." The details are so shocking, it's almost hard to believe. A Southborough teacher accused of 2 racist incidents in the classroom, the first back in January.
So yeah, man, crazy. You know, we probably know what type of woman she was, but yeah, man, this is going on in certain schools. It don't care if it's in the South. This stuff happens up north as well. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take with this?
Y'all might not like me. I don't think the teacher's wrong because she's reading off the textbook. If it's in the textbook, what's wrong with it?
The N-word. What she said, the N-word was not in the textbook. It wasn't in the English curriculum.
Oh, it was user free. It was not in the textbook.
Yeah,
okay.
It wasn't in the curriculum.
Oh, because I thought it was in the curriculum. My mind thinking, okay, the teacher's not wrong, in the aspect on, because especially when it comes to the old textbooks, I know they had a lot of those N words in it. If I'm not mistaken. So what I'm saying, so if you're teaching history, then hey, go right ahead. But if you personally doing it yourself, then okay, that could be an issue too. That means something in you that's motivating you to say it, and it's not only that, but there's some form of hate that I think something you got to deal with. Because people always get confused when it comes to the NIGGA than the ER. It's two different slangs, but nowadays I think not only that, but I think people are too sensitive as well too. Because if she's using the NIGGA, then okay, cool. But at the same time, I kind of get it because these are little ones. You got to make sure you protect their little ears. But however, you should not really blind them from the world, because in the world out here, they're all using that slang. They're all using that word. So, so that was how I want to know you guys take on it, and then I'll come for my final assessment of it. Go ahead, Akeem.
I don't want the teacher to lose his job. To teach you black folks a lesson. This is the real world. People have personal biases. If you ain't building schools to raise your kids and give them the confidence that they need, you keep sending your schools to this. This is what we deal with. Listen, sweetheart, Sophia, I'm a Garveyite. I believe in building our own schools. I've lived in Massachusetts. I know how racist it is. Don't think it's because of the East Coast. It's racist. I've lived in New York. The Italians are racist in Long Island. I've lived in Brooklyn. The untouchables there do not care too much for us. This is the real world. We are here in Florida. It's even more racist. Kids, you're going to learn it today. He says, that won't teach CRT because YT feels uncomfortable learning the real history. I understand that. But here's the thing, something. We need to teach our own history. When somebody else teaches your history for you, they can spin the narrative for you. How can somebody get that close to your child to teach it? Hey, both of y'all come up. What you even doing over there? This is a learning lesson. This is a true learning lesson. I know people who prioritize education and they put their kids in certain school to avoid things like this. I know a particular person who's from DC. Her fears were some things like this. They go to an Afrocentric school. Y'all been on these panels with me so many times. How many times I say build your own schools? Send your kids to the school where we can control what learn. We have to build that confidence. What that teacher taught them is what you're going to experience growing up in America, unless you take what you want to take or build what you want to build. The world is filled with personal biasness. This is America. You think I went to high school here in Miami, Florida. You don't think I've heard something like that? I had a teacher told me that I'll never finish college. Don't your daddy work in the city? Can he get you a job? I said, man, I said, John, I want to be a journalist. You don't have the grades for it. You're best off working in the trash yard. That's what the teacher told me. That's what my teacher told me, somebody who I looked up to. He told me I was fit to work picking up trash. I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? You know how hurtful that was? Somebody who I come to school every day. Told me, you think that fifth grader, man, I've heard plenty of people told me even worse. But you want to know something? I had a immigrant mama who told me, you never know what you can do. She taught me that in the house. Hey, you don't know if you don't try. That would save me from not having insecurity about myself. So when that guy told me that in school, it did hurt me. But then I say, then my mama told me I can do whatever I want. That's the same thought that came in my mind. So you have to teach your kids so it can combat things like that. Go ahead, my brothers.
For me, me and my wife have talked about this too, especially, being a parent and everything. And we kind of talked about this about school a little bit, but we haven't really talked to them, once, gets a certain age and everything. I feel like, as a parent, you got to be involved into schools and see what's going on with these teachers and principals and everything. I think it's very, very important because, we should be hearing this, this news we see right now. And and we're so appalled what's happening to these schools, because I think we covered something like this not a year ago. I can't remember. I don't know if it's here in California, something like this. And when I hear stuff like this, it really wants me getting involved. If what type of school my daughter goes to, public, private, charter school, whatever. I want to know what these teachers are teaching. I want to know who the teacher is and everything. Not just for parent teachers conference. I want to be involved with what's going on with my kids and everything. So situations like this, it's like, when situations like this happen, it's like, okay. When situations like this happen, okay, I'm not surprised that stuff like this going on, because, like I said, this is not the first, and it won't be the last. But the thing is, it's like me and my wife, we definitely gonna teach, about our history, what's going on and everything. What happened in the past with racism, with slavery, and what we respect as a Black woman. What you're going to hear from different cities, different states. You're here in the West Coast, you're here in the East Coast, you up in the Midwest, you up in the South. There's there's certain people that have feelings about Black people, and particularly for Black women as well. So for me, looking at this, it just keeps my eyes open. It's like, okay, I definitely want to get involved in the schools. I want to know about this work, the curriculum they teaching, and what they teaching our kids and everything. And also use sensitive words and things like that. I do want to tell my daughters, like, hey, there are some people in this world, I don't care who you are, what age you at, that they're gonna call you the N word, they're gonna call you the B word, and I want you to be, not sensitive to that. I want you to be straight with that, and not that bother you and everything, because this is, unfortunately we have Black skin, and this is what is going to happen and everything. So, like I said, looking at this video, it is me as a parent, like, okay, since they're doing this in certain schools, probably in public schools and everything, I want to get involved in more schools and see what they teach my kids, because if they're not teaching the level that I'm teaching my kids about history, they're not going to teach my kids. Point blank, period.
I want to answer this. Lord's Pike Protein. Funny enough, my mother explained it to him, and my dad doesn't speak English that well. What he referred to me at that time, he told me, if you work hard, there's nothing that's going to stop you from succeeding. That's all he told me. My dad say, they could say whatever they want to say to you. If you work hard, you'll get what you want.
Facts.
And they get more upset at you. And I'm like,
basically,
it should have bothered you either. It should have bothered you.
But the thing is, I didn't get emotional about it. I was hurt by it, but I didn't get emotional like most people, because my parents gave me a strong foundation, and that's what's important. Your first education comes from home. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Wherever you go, you're gonna hear personal biasness and people who have personal feelings towards people. That's a person who has personal feelings towards people.
Right.
That doesn't mean the whole group feels like that. You know what I'm trying to say? And
Yeah.
that's the point I have to think too. You know what I mean?
I want to say this too. You know, there's a lot of these white homeless people. You know, I lived there for 5 years. I heard about 6, 7 homeless people when I walk past them. They call me the N-word. They just say,
I'm saying that.
Yeah, you know, like, oh, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. I'm like, you know, I don't get all crazy and everything because I just look at his lifestyle and I look at my lifestyle. He's on the street. I'm going to get a massage somewhere. So stuff like that doesn't bother me and everything. Now you come to my face about it and talk crap to my face. Okay, I'm going to handle it differently and everything. If you come to my face, you know, about my privacy, my privacy. But stuff like that, you know, right homeless people, I don't, like I said, I just walk by and it doesn't bother me because, you know, I know who I am, and you know, you live in a certain lifestyle, live in a certain lifestyle. It doesn't affect me one bit.
No, but that what I was saying is you have to the thing with the problem is in today's society is we try to shelter our kids and hide them from the real world. No, show them the real world. Your kids come to you with questions, especially about your history, especially when it comes to Black history or when it comes to Caribbean history, any form of history. You as a parent got to make sure you tell your kids the truth and stop hiding them, because if not, the other people is gonna, when I meet the other people, the teachers are gonna show them, okay, this is what we have in our curriculum, and this is what we're showing you. This is what happened when it actually is not the truth. Teach your kids where you want them to go. Don't focus on don't make the school teach your kids on where they should go. Because just imagine, Hakeem, if you would have kept what that teacher was saying, you would have did what he said.
Yeah.
But your father and your mother showed you where to go, and that's what I'm saying. Like that was so very important to me. I think the most important job in the world is pretty much being a parent. Because if you're not being a parent, I think that's the most important job. I don't care if you work at retail. I don't care if you're a businessman. I don't care if you're a multi-billionaire. Being a parent, I think the most important. If you don't show your kids where to go, they will be out here lost in this world.
That's true.
So you know, I don't know. You want to continue to read comments I came before we move forward?
Yeah, this one comment. It says, I don't think it's necessary for the teacher to show the full extent of slavery in part. So here's the thing about that. I'm not a parent, but a lot of people who are parents, you decide where your kids go to school or who your kids' teachers are. Just by picking the school. So the way you can combat that is by knowing who the teachers is. When the last time half of us been to a PTA meeting and met their teachers?
It's important. It's important. And the thing is, they always have it like the first month. They have it's called open house.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's important on that. And that's the thing. But then on this note, Chaser, when you pick the schools your kids go to, you don't interview the teachers. You know, when you go to private, you know, this is the thing why rich people like private school. You interview the whole faculty. Exactly. You're paying money. Yep. You sit with the teachers. You sit with the homeroom teachers. You know what they're eating. You know the curriculum. They go through everything with you.
Preach.
Field trips, what they do on field trips and everything. I've been to private. I've been to
everything. They don't. You do not know what go. You know everything that goes on. You're paying $10,000 to $20,000 a month. If you don't like something, you can change it.
Preach. That's facts.
You know what I mean? Just like they bring the teachers to you. And this is what they're saying. If we want to protect the minds of kids, we have to control the schools. Whoever controls the schools controls the population. Remember what I tell you.
No, that's true. China very heavy on that. China don't play. You see, I think they put their kids in school, I think the age of 3.
And man, they're doing acrobatics by 5. Acrobatics. They know how to do quantum physics by 10. One Chinese boy can run circles around 1,000 people. One little Chinese boy.
We sleep out here. I'm telling you.
The Korean boys can come here and set up a business in 10 days. and eat faster than any one of us. The Mexicans outwork us. They outwork us. You pick any one of them. You can't outwork them. So what are we doing? We're lacking behind. It's what they teach them in their country. America here, they teach us to get fat. And where it gets shiny gold. and get mad about stuff that's going on. Why they're taking our food stamps away?
Yeah, they're backwards.
If it was up to me, I'd have my kid be raised in China. So when he come back here, he's doing cartwheels on his head.
You know, some people actually do that. Some people actually do that. They send their kids to foreign land, like, yo, you're gonna learn, you're gonna come back smart. Yeah. Well, yeah, boarding school. Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, and come back sharper than, I'm telling you.
Oh, and also military kids too. They live in the station somewhere out in the country.
I'm telling you, them boys is, we gotta wake up, man. But go ahead, Jordan. Shout out to the stomach, for real. Go ahead, Jordan. Yeah, let's move forward.
All right. Oh, let's get to something juicy. So there's a woman, a wife, who is married to her husband, who she cheated on multiple times, and not just cheating on her husband multiple times. One of the men she got cheated with, she got pregnant by. Crazy. She got an abortion, but yeah, man, she just tell her testimony how she was cheating on her husband multiple times, and and then you got with a guy, got pregnant and everything, and and she felt that at the moment, I felt God's mercy and everything, and I turned my life around. So go ahead, can you play the clip, and after that we're gonna chop it up.
There was a time where I ended up being pregnant. Not with him, of course, but not by him. I ended up pregnant. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So then I ended up getting an abortion by myself, and it was the most horrible visit I've ever done. That moment where I was like, how did I get here? Like, I had this beautiful, wonderful man of God. I am pregnant and I have this abortion. I'm doing all this in secret. It was so heavy that I had to tell him. And when I tell him this last time, he's gonna break up with me. I broke his heart like 8 times. And then this is the last time. I'm like, there's no way he wants me back, ever. And then so we talk, and he said, well, did you ask God for forgiveness? I'm like, I did. Did you forgive yourself? I'm like, I don't know. Well, I love you and I still want you to be my wife. That was my moment that I felt God's mercy and grace for the first time ever. As we're dating, there was a time where I ended up being pregnant. Not with him, of course, but not by him. I ended up pregnant. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do.
I gave you go for. I gave you.
You feel like the guy was right to take her back after all the nasty stuff he did to him?
Yeah. My son's first job was at home. Taught him how to lay bricks down at 12. Neighbor asked me what you're doing to him. I said, we're building character. And she's white. We not. Woo!
We get it.
Woo! That hit different. Lord,
really do.
That hit different. That hit different. This is ideology.
Shout out to Ruthless Truth for being in the building. Go ahead, Akim.
Shout out to Ruthless. So, let me tell you something. This is where I say God has been weaponized. Every time she broke his heart, they went to God and say, so you still was cheating, and every time you cheat, you broke God's will. That's not how religion works. And the thing is, where he was wrong at for rewarding her for bad behavior. I don't war with people for bad behavior. You cheat on me once, it's over with. Then go seek God's forgiveness without me. That shit's crazy. This is why people don't respect relationships now. And she's going to have the urge to do it again because she knows he's going to accept it again. Have respect for you and not to be a cuck.
No, wait. They married? What? Are they married or are they just dating?
They was married.
They're married.
They're married.
They're married.
Oh, they still are married. They still are married.
Correct.
Yeah, she's going to do it again. Yeah.
You know what I mean? the people think that you can go out there and do that and think this shit is okay, man. That's not fun. That's not. Now, don't get me wrong. Whatever y'all do at your house, that's it. And I know sometimes things are a little bit different in some people's household. Somebody cheats, somebody forgives, and there's different nuances to it. And I want to say that. And I want to give you a disclaimer. I'm not married. I've never been married, so I don't know what I would do if I had 5 kids with somebody and she cheated. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? I might spaz out, or I might delete myself, because I think that'll be too tough for me to deal with. But somebody else might be a little bit more strong to deal with. I'm just saying, before my wife gets to this point, I would hope she come talk to me before you lay down and let somebody tap that ass.
But I think but Hakeem, they said majority of the time a woman say before she cheats, she actually she quote unquote communicate to the man the issue they have within the relationship before they actually go out there and step out. So prior to her going out and stepping out with that quote unquote guy, not only that, but got pregnant. But see, that's something I don't play with. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you having sex by somebody, but when you get pregnant, to me, a woman's womb is so precious. You just don't get that to anybody.
No.
I really believe that. Like, I strongly believe that. So for her to step out and to get pregnant by the guy that she cheated on her husband with, I don't know how he had the heart to do that. Because I would have been like, no, we're done. We're done. Like, I don't care. You take half, whatever. Take it. Get out of here. Like, no, we don't do that. Because there's certain things you just don't do with people. And like I said, I don't know if she probably, because remember, you have to understand when it comes to some people's relationship, she probably gave him the grace to go out there and do what he want to do. So probably why he gave her grace as well. Like, okay, go ahead. You cheated. It's fine. Because she probably caught me cheating. Stuff like that. But still, that's still a shaky situation because now you're getting kids involved. Someone's getting pregnant. To me, I don't play those games. And I think that's the issue we're having today in these relationships, because there are women out here who are doing sneaky things, and they are afraid to be honest. Honest, like, just be honest. If you don't love me no more, you don't like me no more, tell me the truth so I can move forward, so I don't have to waste my time. Go ahead, Jordan. Shout out to Josh, he's in the building. Shout out to you, big dog.
Joshua, he's in the building. Yeah,
Josh.
If I ever got cheated on, it's over. It's a done deal. It's just say you don't love me no more. It's done, and I can't handle that. And to hear what she was saying, like she cheated multiple times, and then like I said, Ronnie, she got pregnant by another guy. It's like, yo, she is just broken and everything. And talk about God and everything, this don't make sense whatsoever. This is crazy, man. But yeah, man. Since you like this, if you cheat the first time, you just gotta cut it off and everything. Because if you accept it back, she's gonna do it more and more and more and everything.
Yeah.
And she kept taking it to another level, to another level, to another level and everything. And she felt God's mercy. Because I don't think you felt God's mercy, because she's probably still cheating till this day right now. I won't be surprised and everything. So the guy, I agree with Hakeem, he is a cuck. You know, he accepts these things, but we don't know. Like I said, we don't know his side of the story yet. But from hearing what she was saying and everything, you know, he sounds like a cuck to me. But hey, man, but I guess he's the type of guy that he believes in marriage, and he believes in religion. That, you know, if you mess up a couple of times, it don't matter what, we still will be married, we still gonna have strong. Me, nope, that's a done deal. You cheat on me, it's done. You know, I can't.
No, but Jordan, I'm gonna say some guys are not cucks. Some guys, they really want to fight for their marriage. They don't believe in divorce. Some guys just don't believe in divorce. They be like, no, my wife can cheat on me 100 times. I'm still gonna be there. Or he probably had family members who told him like, hey, and during the marriage, I heard that too. Sometimes I think I heard that from I think it was online. It was like an older couple. They say the reason why they was married for so long, they understand that there may be some cheating going on, but we know that at the end of the day, we still gonna come together as a family. So he probably have that same ideology, but still, to me, my mental state, knowing that you sleep right next to me and you slept with someone else, it's just, I don't know how I can do it. Probably in my younger days, I was able to do it, but at this age, no.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. Younger days, yeah, but right now, how stern I am.
No. Like, I'm gonna cut you off quick. Hakeem knows. I'm gonna cut you off quick. I'm acting like I don't even know you no more. Trust me, I don't play.
And I don't play that either, too. But
So
here's
we all don't play. We all don't play
the
around.
here's the funny
No.
thing about this. I'm gonna tell you something that y'all might think is strange. Let's say if my woman had got pregnant from somebody else, I would cut her off, but I'll still will accept the kid.
Really?
Yeah. Because the baby got nothing to do with this. We playing grown people games.
But it's not yours though. It's not yours though.
It's not mine. But I know how kids. I worry for the kids are the future. I ain't gonna be here too long, so I'm gonna make sure the kids gonna be comfortable, knowing regardless they don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna say what's going on or nothing. The only way I'm gonna do it, let's say if the guy is not in the kid's life no more, let's say the guy wasn't, and she's gonna keep the baby, I'm gonna accept the baby as mine, but me and her ain't gonna be in a relationship no more. But I'm gonna accept the kid as my own.
Man, I can't be strong. You strong. I'll kick both of them out. You and the kid, y'all both got to get out.
No. Listen, we not gonna be together, but that baby gonna have a daddy though. Cause you want to know why? It's about the babies. The baby gonna have a daddy.
I get what you're saying, but I just can't do it. I'm like, you got to get out. I'm sorry. Because remember, you're gonna look at that kid. You're gonna remember that kid don't have your essence in it or her. They don't have your DNA. Right. It's nothing about the kid that's yours. You gotta get that. You gotta get out. I'm sorry, both of y'all get out. Get your bags. You gotta go.
Listen. She can leave. Like she can leave, but we gotta take care of the babies. I'm gonna go be with somebody else, but the baby. Hakeem,
what he said, like Hakeem, this not your baby. He's gonna go with his real father. I don't want you to be there.
You want to know something?
Being heartless. He's heartless like that.
Do you remember the Hustle and Flow episode at the end? You remember the Hustle and Flow movie?
Yeah.
When one of his street workers were pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took it as his own. Yeah.
He said when the baby asked who their daddy is, he said, "I'm going to lie. I'm going to say I'm your daddy." And
I can see that.
And get that out of the way. Because here's the thing. The mama already messed up. She's going to have to live without having me in her life, but she's going to have to also suffer when she see I treat the baby with so much love and care. So much love and care. I raised him as my own, put him through school, because the baby ain't do this. You playing grown people games. That's only if the father's not going to be in the child's life. If the father's going to be in the child's life, I'm going to step away. I'm still going to treat the baby with respect. But if the father say, "Oh, you gonna have to deal with it," and she kept it, I'm gonna say, "Hey, no pressure. Give him my last name. The baby will be straight, but we not straight no more."
Man, I can't. You different, boy. You built different. Cause I won't be able to do it, big dog. I'm not gonna even hold you. No, I believe it. No. I believe in adoption kids, but that I don't know, Hakeem.
He love the kids, man. He love the kids.
I love the babies, man. Listen. It's too many gangbangers out here, bro, and a lot of them don't got daddies. I'm going if I can prevent from this. He said, you just lost.
It's all I'm saying. I'm saying, cause that's but you different. Some guys are different. I do believe in adoption, but to me, there's a whole. Remember, this is your wife who stepped out.
Yeah.
Got a guy with a guy, slept with him, and then got pregnant by him, and then you expect me to take. Nah, baby, you gotta go get that guy you had sex with. Tell him to take care of that. But in Florida, they don't play with that because I think they say if you there during the pregnancy, the kid is now yours, and that's not right. No, you're not putting that on me. I'm sorry, you're not putting that on me. You might as well just take me to jail now because that ain't happening. But Jordan Hakeem is different. He's a family man. I just can't do it.
My father who passed away there back in 2005. My father wasn't there. That man stood up. He was there for 15 years until he passed. He had a heart attack. He was there. So like I said, when I hear Hakeem, I see what he's talking about. Like I said, he ain't there. I'm gonna step down and do what I need to do.
No, but it's a different, Jordan. Remember, your wife cheated, though. This is different. This is your wife cheating.
Yeah.
That's why I say I can't. Nah, man.
No. She's not. We're not going to be in the same house anymore. I'm saying He said, I said, I'm gonna take care of the baby.
He said, call me.
He said, call me.
Yeah,
He gonna break it down to you. No, he gonna cuss you out. Lord Spike gonna cuss you out. He said, call me. He said, no, we gotta reevaluate your thinking process.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a strong. A lot of guys gonna disagree with you saying, big dog, because that's strong. That's a strong, but stay strong, bro. Stay strong in your idea, man.
Because when they kid grow up, like I said, the kids gonna say, hey, you know, I hear what Hakeem is saying, because once the kids grow up and because if Hakeem does what he does, that kid's gonna talk smarter about you, man. When the kids talk smarter about like your father or not and everything, it means the world, man. It's priceless. It's priceless. It's priceless.
You know what I mean? Because it's about the babies, man. At the end of the day, if you cheat, you go deal with somebody else. But if she had that baby and the dad say he's not going to be there, I'm gonna claim the baby as my own.
Yeah. So you're gonna take full custody.
I'm giving him my last name. Me and her not gonna be together. Her not gonna be together. I'm gonna go move on. But the baby, he'll be a Hakeem. He'll be stamped when he go around the city. He say, "Bitch, my daddy's such and such," and I'm gonna be right there jumping like, "What's up? What's up?"
Lord Spike, he funny, man.
Thank you, Lord Spike. You need to talk to this man.
Let's have a beer and talk.
But but there is some guys that do have the same idea as Hakeem. I would say I respect that, but for me, I can't do it, Hakeem. I ain't gonna lie to you, because my mind is gonna always play back that she cheated on me, and then you're gonna look at that child, and then you're gonna get mad. Even though the child didn't do anything, it's innocent, but your mind process is gonna be like, man, this could have been mine. You get what I'm saying? It's too much. Shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan for being in the building. But go ahead, Hakeem.
Yeah, give her a heart for me, because I can't do it.
Got it.
Pretty brown, driving me. Wow. I just had to get saucy with it a little bit. Go ahead, man.
I can't. They're gonna be like, man, you sipping. They be like, man, you sipping too heavy.
I'm gonna have to stay a simp for these pretty ladies. They keep me young.
Good. All right. Let me get to the. Well, we only have time for one last topic with Jay, but I do want to jump into this one, because this is crazy. I kind of want to talk about this Friday, but we're gonna talk about today. So there was a lady who got fired. This was in what city was this in? This was in Houston, and this was a couple months ago. So there was a teacher who was doing OnlyFans content at the school. I saw the X-rated version on X and everything, and she had her phone down and do OnlyFans content, show her titties and show her ass and everything. She did it in the classroom, and she did it in the bathroom and everything. And
Jordan, you didn't send me this video. What the heck was going on? You saw the video? And you did not send it to the group?
The students wasn't in the class, was they?
No, they wasn't in the class. Either it was after school or before school.
Does she look good? Does she look good?
No.
They might need to disinfect the classroom.
She was. Well, I just said she was. She was big on the big heavy set socks and everything.
So she was a pepper.
She was a pepper. Yeah, she was a pepper.
Some guys got a fetish for it.
She was a pepper. You know, it was a white lady. White pepper. But yeah, man, this was crazy, yo. So it is telling me, like I said, we talked about earlier in the show about the situation, how women, about the slave thing, and now you have teachers doing OnlyFans content at schools and everything, and this was a public school, so yeah, man, it just tells you around this time, and like a lot of teachers are doing some stuff that you would not believe. But we do have a clip, and after that, we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, Hakeem. And this was sent by Victor. Shout out to Victor. He sent me this. He sent me this video.
I'm the National Minister of Politics for the New Black Panther Nation, here standing with my chairman, Brother Quanell X. We're here in reference to an atrocity that has happened here at this elementary school that stands behind us by the name of Gray Elementary, that is in the school district of Lamar Consolidated ISD. We have a former music teacher that that was here this school year when this shocking video has happened. This school teacher that was a music teacher taught several grade levels here in this school. We have shocking video of this music teacher doing porn videos in the music classroom, and also a second video of her doing this porn video in the school bathroom during school hours. So, and let's not leave out, she also had her school ID badge on. I called also to verify was this teacher still employed here at this school. So it comes to find out that the teacher is no longer employed here, but not for this incident. The administration had no idea of the videos that was taking place here in this school. So what we are demanding that Lamar Consolidated ISD need to get with the Texas Education Agency to let them know about this atrocity of what has happened with this teacher, because this is how demented teachers go from one district to the next, jumping from district to district without, they can go and apply for a job and they have their teacher certification, they don't have a criminal record, but you over here doing explicit activities in an elementary school. That is unacceptable. So that's why we are calling this out. We are not going to sweep this under the rug. I did speak with administration here at the school district. They were not aware of that video, like I said. However, they did wanted to share with me, like I did let them know that I was going to bring this public. They did not want me, to bring it public because they did not want, the community to feel like they wasn't doing their job. But how can you not say that you're not doing your job because you didn't know anything about the video? Now that you know about the video, now we expect for you to do your job. We expect for you to go to the Texas Education Agency. We expect for you to put a block on this teacher so this teacher cannot go to another school and do this type of foolishness. This can be the same type of teacher that can touch a child. If you taking your clothes off, you're smacking your behind, you're flapping your breasts out and gyrating yourself in a classroom where students are during the school day, and you're doing this in the bathroom, that is unacceptable. So basically I'm gonna let Brother Cornell state his piece and then I'll close it out.
You really can't make this stuff up. It is absolutely appalling, shameful, and frightening that these are the type of educators that are in an elementary school teaching our children. When parents send their children to school, they believe their teachers are people of the utmost highest character. But now we got a teacher in the classroom on school hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in people's eyes. This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And
you can see she laughing. She laughing right next to her.
Yes, the district was unaware
it seemed like he saw
this to their attention. But what we're asking you to do now is to go even further. Nullifying her contract is not enough. We demand that the superintendent and the board ban her from ever teaching in this school district again. We want a permanent ban on her. Secondly, we demand that this school district send a letter to TEA demanding her certification as a teacher be terminated and revoked. 3, we're demanding that this district contact law enforcement, and we want to make sure that the students that she taught are interviewed, or a hotline is set up to make sure that she didn't do additional things in the classroom that may be inappropriate, unethical, unprofessional, or dangerous in the environment of those children. If she would do this in the classroom, what else will she do? This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties, spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying. I'm telling you what's on the video.
Oh my God.
Spreads her
I
cheeks.
need to see it. I need
This
to
is
see it.
madness.
Oh, Jesus, forgive me.
After the show, I'll send it to you.
Please send it to me.
I'll send it to
This
you.
woman should never be allowed to work
I'll send it
around
to you
children
guys.
ever again. And I believe that if a thorough investigation takes place, you can find something criminally to bring her into a courtroom for, because I've seen law enforcement put parents in courtrooms for far much less than this. If we can put Donald Trump in the courtroom and find something to prosecute him for, don't tell me we can't find something to prosecute this woman for. This is sad. This is madness.
Hey.
This is filth at its finest. And so we're
She said
praying
Sherry said she
that the
wants to
school
see it.
district
All right, I'll send
will
it
not
to you,
attack
Sherry.
you.
I'll send it to you through
You know anything
Facebook.
about this lady. But now that you do know, show the aggressive, proactive
I'll
steps
send it
that
to
you
you
will
right
take
now.
to make
Send
sure
it
she
to me
never
right now.
re-enters a classroom.
All right.
No, the link would not be in the description.
It
No,
won't
Ken
be.
What
Dog
I
would
was
not.
told
No.
is that she's
We won't
looking for
know.
employment with other school districts. So that's why this is imperative.
We're gonna have to send it to
that
you
we
privately.
amplify this
Yeah, we gotta
issue,
send it to you on private.
because this is how you have demented teachers going from one district to the next doing this type of behavior. So I just want to send a message out to her, because that video was so horrific and appalling. We just want her to know that her retired porn star activities is done. You would never let step foot in
Oh, they
that
got a
one
t-shirt.
classroom.
Yeah,
You
no.
would not even have the opportunity to disgrace our eyes with that foolishness that you did in that video. So your porn days is over, and also your teaching days. We're done with this. So we
Damn.
demand the school district, please, again, we're not here to attack you. We're here to inform you of what you had in your school. And this is where you can prove to your the parents and the constituents, that you are going to be zero tolerance when it comes to this type of stuff and these type of
Hey,
deviant
Sherry Brian, I'll send
individuals
it to
doing
you.
this in this classroom amongst our babies.
I
That's
sent it to you, Sherry.
We want to make sure that if she wants to be a porn star, and it's obvious she does, that's her business.
Baby, she
But
retired.
we want to make sure that she never teaches in a classroom again, that her teaching certification is revoked, and she never has the opportunity or access to children again. If she wants to teach, if she wants to be a porn star, based on what I saw in that video,
Baby, she retired.
I don't think she's gonna make a lot of money. Based on what I saw in that video, I don't think she's gonna be at a top tier status. That's a damn shame.
Oh
what I saw
my
in that video.
God.
That's sickness.
Oh,
And I
Hell
think that this
nah.
woman needs to be mentally evaluated by a therapist.
Absolutely.
But let's
Yo,
make
Jordan,
sure
you
the
sent
school
this to me,
district
man.
protects
I
the
sent it through the
Texas
chat.
children, so she can't run from one district to another seeking employment, because it's not in her personnel file what she was
Well, my
terminated
wife said they
for
don't pay
or why
teachers
she's
enough.
banned from the district, because they've already didn't renew her contract for other reasons. Well, that won't stop her from being employed somewhere else.
Hey, no,
But
Casey, he
if
did
they
watch the
put in
video,
there that she's
because you gotta
banned,
talk about it, so you know
and
he
they wanna
watched. He
watch
probably
it.
watched it a couple of
it's
times.
done. In fact, most schools.
Shout out to you, Rick Grimes on Kick, man.
Once
Shout
they
out
say
to you.
you're banned, you won't be hired. Any more questions?
Because the way he describing it, like he watched it a lot of times.
I'm not sure if it was a love triangle or not.
But she the one that
But-
sent the video.
Let me say this. I wouldn't give a damn if she was having problems with her boyfriend, her girlfriend, or it just didn't go well.
Don't bring it to the
What
school.
happened in the classroom? You in the classroom?
I can't even. Why you
Where
laughing,
you
man?
teach your students doing this madness?
No, the way he's
Whatever problems you
narrating
got
it.
going on with your spouse is irrelevant and immaterial. What that filth that you're doing in the classroom is what you must be held accountable for.
She should have did that in her own bedroom, not here at the school. Period. You know, this is not a place for that. You do not sexualize our children. You don't come with that sexualized type behavior on any type of school campus. You keep that mess in your bedroom. So like I said, your porn days is over, sis. You're doing too much.
There have been several other cases of
But like
teachers
Ashton said, she's just gonna
who
go
are
to
doing
Dallas.
porn on their
True.
OnlyFans page.
She's gonna go to another
Once
district.
the
That's
district
all.
discovered in all of those cases
Yes,
that
it
the
did.
teachers had OnlyFans porn material on that page, their employment was terminated. This goes beyond that
She
because
went to the
they
school.
were doing it at home, creating these porn videos at home on their own time, not on employment district time. This happened inside the school building. This goes beyond that.
Any other questions?
Thank you for your time and thank you for your presence.
No, thank you. Yeah, he really.
Hey,
Shout out to
if you
Shiesty
guys
Bum
want
for
to
being
see
in the
it,
building.
just type in go on Twitter/@Timeout Houston Teacher OnlyFans and it'll pop up. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Hey, Sheriff, you see it, let me know, man. But go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take with this situation?
Jordan, I'm with your wife on this one. I'm with your wife on this one. Shout out to your wife for being in the chat. Mrs. Chaos in the chat. I shout out to her. I agree with her. They don't pay teachers enough. That's why a lot of teachers now do OnlyFans. This is why they're doing what they're doing. They're not paying them enough. And they start paying teachers the right salary, so they'll stop doing stuff like this going on OnlyFans and degrading themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't see the video, so I can't really go too much in depth like that guy did. He went totally in depth. I think he saw a good 10 times because the way he describing her, even though he said like it's this crazy, look like he was gonna go back and watch it again. So I don't know, but at the end of the day, I think it's these people these teachers, it's stories after stories after story. These teachers keep bringing OnlyFans to work. Leave that thing at home. Leave it at home. And that's it. Point blank, period. It's for content only at home. That's it. Don't lose your position over this OnlyFans thing because it's only temporary. It's not forever. Go ahead, Akeem. Time is a.
Hey, why she can't put a ski mask on or something? You feel me? Yo, if she would have put a ski mask and took the ID, or she could have got
take away the fantasy.
Right, that's facts.
It's the fantasy. Remember, it's the fantasy. Remember, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to smash a teacher at school. That's the fantasy. That's the fantasy you're trying to portray. Go ahead.
No, that's it. That's all I got to say. That shit was off the chain.
Yeah, that was it. He did. He broke it down. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah. The guy, he said everything. You know, he just said everything. It's crazy, but yeah, I do agree with my wife. They do not pay teachers enough because you see a lot of teachers around America. They are doing OnlyFans and everything, and a lot of these schools are finding like principals, superintendents, and they get fired for not having OnlyFans content when they do it at home or whatever, doing it at personal times and everything. But yeah, man, yeah. But part doing it at school hours, yo, is insane and it's crazy, yo. I don't know what the hell she was thinking, yo, but man, that's just crazy. Crazy. That's my
no. Quick question before we end. Would they have the same outrage if it was like in college, student on a college campus? Would it be the same outrage?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Because now they are adults. Shout out to Joe Nor hurt them. So would it be the same outrage?
It depends. I guess it depends on the school. If it's like a maybe a top-notch school, maybe like a USC or University of Michigan, University of Miami, probably. But if it's like a D2 or D2 or D3 school, maybe not. Maybe they would get suspended, maybe. But if it's like a really good school, they probably let it go.
But that being said, guys, you already know what time it is, guys. Make sure Fresh Sound said yes, it would have been the same outrage. So they agree with you, Jordan. So yes, it'd be the same outrage. But I think because these are little ones, I think that's why they want her gone. But she's just gonna like Ashton Shade, she's just gonna go to another district and get her job back. It is what it is. To me, they should have want her fired. Period. She shouldn't be able to teach at all. Not go to another district, but it is what it is. Guys, make sure on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to the mom, father, Ken Dog for being in the building. The lovely Sherry Bryan, who's also in the building. The big dog, big hitter, Fresh Sound, Florida, with Urban Noise is also in the building. You already know, Big Blur, Ashton William, a.k.a. Big Shiesty, who will be going live right after us. So, guys, make sure you have not subscribed already. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. I can't be there all night long. I don't know how you do it. I'm trying to figure out how you do it.
3-4 hours. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. Do you sleep?
Hey, listen, I popped two Zans and two Red Bulls.
I'm gonna be on the show. Give me a half hour on the show. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. But shout out to the lovely Shafira Grace. Well, we really do greatly appreciate you, sweetheart. And shout out to you, Kiki, for being in here in the building. Shout out to the lovely, I already say Sherry Brown, but Bobby Brown was also here in the building. Lord Spike Protein was here in the building. Great to see you, big dog. No Chaser, always coming in with the chase. Coming in with the gems, also in the building. The lovely Natasha Vincent, the mom mother, was in the building. You know, already know the lovely Shiesty Bun was here in the building. Shiesty Bun, you best believe I did not miss you when I was on vacation. I did not miss you at all. You didn't even came across my thoughts. But it's great to see your lovely face, even though you're under that ski mask. You might as well just take it off. Reveal yourself.
Take it up.
Reveal
Take
yourself.
it off.
And come
Shout
on
out
the
to Mrs. Chaos,
Come on the
aka
show.
Jordan's wife, that was also in the building. You already know Keisha Nelson was also in the building. Miss Reed was also in the building. Killer Swag, he be watching from the clouds. I
Sherry
always give him a
Bryant.
shout out. For all the, I already say Sherry Bond. Shout out to Jesse Miao, who also is not here, but he also be watching in the cloud. But guys, make sure y'all go and subscribe to Ashton Williams channel. Let's get him to 1,000. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers, man. Go over there, support the brother, man. We trying to build content family over here. Shout out to Rufus True, who also was in the building. I'm keep going down the list. Rick Grimes over there holding it down in the kick world. Shout out to him. And not only that, guys, you over there in the kick. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure you follow. Make sure you follow. Make sure you follow. Shout out to Nightish also in the building. Shout out to who else was here? Because you know sometimes this thing. Shout out to John Morant. Great to see you. Who's also is in the building. Shout out to you as well. And guys, you already know. Make sure y'all over there on the Instagram world. Make sure y'all follow too as well, because I can sometimes we go live over there. Make sure y'all follow Instagram. Not only that, what we do also as well, we cut up parts of the show and we upload over there on the Instagram world to get the content going over there. So guys, make sure y'all go over there and follow us on Instagram. Right now we on Instagram. We also on Reddit. We doing our thing in TikTok. Pretty soon we'll be on Tik. We will be on Twitter, X. And also on Rumble pretty soon. Can't wait for that. So, guys, y'all do not want to miss that. So, guys, make sure y'all follow us on all the platforms. Because just in case we're not here, we might be on other platforms. So, just go ahead and follow us. Guys, make sure on your way out, make sure you want to check out the gears. Go to KL Culture Radio Community tab. In the Community tab is the KL Culture Radio t-shirt with me and Jordan have on. The KL Culture Radio coffee mug. And you already know the KL Culture Radio hats. You see it, there's two different versions. And also the you already know the beanie. I don't got my beanie right now, and also Prince I King book. I don't have it on me. On me, Prince I King book, Black Love. Guys, come over here and support the platform. We really do greatly appreciate that. Not only that, but we also appreciate everybody that also donate to the platform. We do use it for good use. As you can see, we give it back to the platform. So guys, we let y'all know, y'all dollars, whoever donate to the platform, do not go out empty-handed. We actually use it and reinvest in the platform. We really do greatly appreciate all the donations, from Sophia, Lord Sprite Protein, Gore, shout out to Gore, Natasha Vincent, and I'm sorry if I missed some Sherry Bryant, all you guys, if I missed your name, I'm sorry about that, because I can't don't disclose all the information to me. So we know who you are. You guys really support the platform. We really greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Mimi as well, because he also be sharing our content. We really do greatly appreciate you as well, sweetheart. I'm saying it's a big family over here.
Big family.
Family is a big family. Shout out to you guys. Big family. We do this for you guys because we was nothing. Remember back then we ain't had nobody in the chat. I think about we had John Smith. Shout out to him. He was the only one in the chat. And now we have a lot of people in the chat. We really do greatly appreciate it. Like you say, always remember your humble beginnings. And like Hakeem, you see he dancing because you never know when we reach the top.
Yeah.
The Breakfast Club level. The sky's the limit. Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio, guys.